What is up, YouTube family? It's Andrea here at VW Family Farm. We're out in the garage. Ben's home from work. We're getting some stuff ready because we have some new arrivals coming tomorrow. We're actually getting some baby chicks from McMurray Hatchery. We're super excited to be getting chicks from them this year. We got their really cool catalog. We perused through it and we picked us out some. So I hope y'all are doing the same. I'm gonna link them below in case you wanna check them out. They have just about every kind of chick you can imagine. And we actually met some of the owners at some of the conferences we went to last year, and we're just really pleased with their company, how they run things, and so we're just really excited to be raising chicks from them. So what you doing?
I'm repurposing a box that work was throwing away. It had some old parts in it that come in from a supplier. I went out there and seen it and I thought, that right there is something I could use. Just like always, bringing junk home, but hey, I will make something out of it.
So it's literally just a wooden box.
And actually this wood right here was off of an old shelf they were throwing away. It is just press board. It's really cheap. It breaks apart real easy. What this box is it's slatted in here. And of course, chicks could fall through there, hurt their legs, whatever. So all I'm doing is putting this in the bottom.
Putting a solid bottom.
Putting a solid bottom in it, so when we're done with it, all I'm gonna do is throw it away.
So we've actually got some Cornish crosses coming. We've got a few other varieties as well, but we're really excited to be raising some Cornish crosses. We're gonna start them out in here in our garage. Our garage is actually insulated. It's not heated and cooled, but it just tends to stay pretty warm in the winter, and it stays fairly cool in the summer. I guess it's just because coming in and out of the house lets some of our air out. Instead of just letting it outside, it lets it out in here. So it is a pleasant temperature in here pretty much all the time. It'll give them a nice, safe, dry place to get a good start, because we've never raised meat chickens this early in the year.
But the reason we're doing that is for the 2020 Shindig. We are gonna do a chicken processing demonstration on some of these Cornish crosses. Along with that order, we're also getting 5 Whiting True Greens. Pretty excited about them. Also getting some buff laced Polish and some black Polish. I really like them just because as a kid, that's what my grandpa had in his mixed flock, and I always called them hippie chickens. And that's exactly what they look like.
Good morning, y'all. It's early. The post office has called. The chicks are there. But first off, my first task is to go check the little lambs and make sure they're doing okay. They're looking good. How are you girls today? Huh? Mama taking good care of you? Yeah. You're so precious. You're so precious. Yes. All right. So all is well in the sheep pen. That problem has been avoided. It's time to go get the baby chicks. If you order baby chicks like this, generally the post office is gonna call you early in the morning when they arrive. They usually send a phone number with your order, and you'll wanna go get them as soon as possible and get them home and get them on some chick starter and some water. They've been traveling and they're fine to do that. They do just fine doing that. But as soon as you can, you need to get them home and get them warm. All right, before I head out, when the post office called, they said one of our boxes is torn up. So thankfully we kept some from the last times we've gotten chicks. So I'm out here scrounging around trying to take a box with me. So you can see I've got a couple. We'll grab both of these and see what I can do with it when we get there. All right, thankfully we held on to this last time. I think this will work. All right, it's handy to have a son around. He found me a better box. All right, we are here. I'll take my little box in and go get the chicks. All right, I know y'all can hear them. They're loud. Okay, I learned something new today though I'm gonna share with y'all. When I got there, the box that the biggest batch, which is the meat chickens, came in was almost completely dilapidated. And so the post office actually marked it as damaged, that they marked it that they received it damaged. So that they told me that if any of them are missing or are dead or anything like that, that will help with your case of getting repaid. So you can actually, I kept the top of the box where they marked it as damaged, and then she said I will just come back up here and contact them. So if you go to pick your chicks up and your boxes are damaged pretty good, don't leave there with them without getting that resolved right then, as far as getting it marked as damaged. Because if you leave there with it and then you come back, who's to say that you didn't damage it? So you see what I'm saying? So I learned something new today. Don't leave with damaged stuff until you at least get it marked as damaged. All right, let's go to the feed store, get some feed, and get these little things home. All right, we got the feed. We're back home. We're about to get them set up. Got me a helper. So that's the top little box. All right, go ahead. Let's get them in there where it's warm, then we'll look at them. And the big box. All right, one thing I always do is count them. Now, when they come in boxes like this with the dividers, there's usually an equal amount in each one, but I'll always count them to make sure I got what I was supposed to get, because, you know, if you're buying chicks, you just want to make sure. The hatching companies are great about packing them carefully and making sure you get what you're supposed to, but that's just the OCD in me. I always count them. All right, so that was actually one extra. Every time we've ever ordered meat chickens, there's usually several extras in there because some of them will die during shipping, weak ones or just whatever, might get trampled. So we've always had a few extras every time we've ordered. And some of these do look like the meat chickens at this point, but they will quickly start changing and we'll be able to tell them apart.
I'm gonna name it Bob.
So the chicks are settled in. It's super important when you pick chicks up, day-old chicks especially, to get them home as quick as possible, get them under some source of heat, whether that's a heat lamp, which is what we've always used, or in the future we would like to get one of those, it's called like a heat plate. I believe McMurray even sells those. But it's really important to get them warmed up, get them on feed and water. We usually start out with a chick starter, sometimes medicated, sometimes not. I know that's a controversial topic, but a lot of times I will start them on at least a bag or two of medicated to get them a good start, because we've lost a lot of meat chickens before in our time of raising them, and that's no good because you've invested money already in the chicks, and then to start losing them right off the bat is a big fat bummer. So a lot of times I do start them on medicated, and then I quickly switch them off when they've got a good start and they're strong and going. Then I quickly switch them to what I want to raise them out on, a more natural feed. So that's it. The chicks are home. We're excited to be raising these. We'll keep you posted. Like we said, we're doing a live chicken demonstration on how to butcher a chicken at the shindig, strictly to teach people who want to learn how to do that. We've been doing it for years now, but I remember when we started looking at the chickens and thinking, how do I even do this? I have no idea what to do. So to see someone do it hands-on, live, that's just invaluable. So that's our goal in that. We will definitely be announcing that day where that will be taking place. So if that's not your thing, you can definitely avoid that. But that's something we wanted to provide for people that want the knowledge. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless.